Only 5 periods left, and thus we'll reach the end of Chapter 4. Ooh, we're getting to the end, guys. Well, the end halfway, because it's like 8 chapters as the game spoiled for us at the very beginning. But yeah, we're almost at the halfway point. I'm so excited! Hey there, people of the internet world. It's Keepatu, and welcome back to more Let's Play Valkyrie Profile. So, I know I said a couple of parts ago that I was excited for the next dungeon, quote-unquote, but the next dungeon we ran into was Brahm's Castle. And yeah, it wasn't really all that exciting, but it did leave a number of questions, as did visiting Garabellum and the Weeping Lily Meadows. But we cannot waste time asking these questions. Instead, we have to go ahead and get started on our last part of this chapter. So join me, people, as we head off into our last spiritual concentration of Chapter 4.
Why did it have to come to this? Lezard, why are you...
I am he who hath entrusted his soul to the eternal vortex of time.
What's happening to me?
Oh, goddess, surely you cannot allow any more desecration.
What? What are you trying to say? If not that, then why?
Ye know me. It shall be engraved on thy very soul. Lezard Valeth!
Lezard, think this through, please!
I say there's a lot going on in this part, and if you paid attention to what they were saying, this other guy we heard, other than like a woman and another guy, this guy, he called out to the goddess. He is calling out to Lezard Valkyrie. So this guy is literally calling out to Lezard Valkyrie to go and find out what's going on. He's inviting us to this place. Oh, that's foreboding. That's very foreboding. But as the Valkyrie of Destiny, I guess, we need to go and find out what's going on. So, let's not waste any time here, and let's head off straight into Flenceburg. Flenceburg is a monarchy that lies in the southeast and is home to the Sorcery Collegium. The teachers there are deeply involved in politics, and it is paradise for those interested in pure research. In other words, this is an alchemist kind of town. So, yay, we're studying magic and other things, I guess. So, yeah, this place is going to be pretty interesting. And this story, I said Yume was probably the most interesting story, but this is the one that's going to really captivate the moment and show that there's a lot more story to this than you think. And that's saying something. So let's go ahead and find out what is going on in Flenceburg.
I am he who hath entrusted his soul to the eternal vortex of time. Ye know me, and if ye do not, ye shall be made to know me. It shall be engraved on thy very soul. Lezard Valeth. If ye shall accept the brand of hell upon thee, thy sanction shall in turn be lowered. I shall grant thee the deliverance of thy soul, and ye shall come now before me.
Oh, this guy means business. He's summoning the Dragon Tooth Warriors. Ah, I really hope we don't run into this guy. Especially if he's going to summon a lot of those. If he summons more than like 2 or 3, then he would be a lot of trouble then.
If I use an elf as a catalyst, I will be able to create the ultimate vessel.
Oh, this Lezard guy. He means business. Gondar was a thing because he was torturing a woman with dragon blood to get information, I suppose. But wow, Lezard, he's in a league of his own. And that might be very troublesome to deal with if we ever run into him. That is a thing of nightmares. Just a random cat walking up to you. Hey kitty, how you doing? And it talks, and it has glowing eyes, and it's delivering a very bad message. That is a thing of nightmares. Oh, more of this Lezard. Oh, this Lezard guy, he means business. Oh, wow. That's a very impressive tower. I'll give him that.
feel it? The surge of the undead? Can you not hear it? The mad wailing? Oh, goddess, surely you cannot allow any more desecration. Come to me. I burn. I burn. I burn with passion for you. Valkyrie!
Oh boy. This Lezard guy, he is not a pushover. So, for anyone that doesn't know, remember way back at the very beginning when Jolanda was given ghoul powder and turned into that thing? That's what happened to him just now. And because of which, he ended up killing Lorenta? Lorenta? I think it's Lorenta. And this Lezard guy, he did this just for the sake of summoning Lezard Valkyrie to, of all people, here to his tower. Wow, this guy, boy does he mean business. Now, one thing to make note of, she mentioned specifically that him having that power, he was able to cast a teleportation spell, and something like that takes a lot of power in this world. And not only that, Akame, she mentioned that with all that power he had, how could he have gone so wrong? Well, an old saying goes, absolute power corrupts power, absolutely. Or something like that. But anyway, if you have absolute power, you're going to be corrupted. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are just going to become one corrupted being. And that's what happened to Lezard here. So, Lezard here is apparently waiting for us in this dungeon. So, I guess next time, we tackle on the Tower of Lezard Valeth. And by the end of it, hopefully teach Lezard a lesson. Now before we go ahead and end this thing here though, we got ourselves a new member, Lorenta. Lorenta, being a old woman here, she has learned a lot of spells, and with her being a magician, you would imagine that she actually has some pretty strong spells with her. She actually starts out with some pretty good spells, which we'll show her in a minute. But wow, Lezard killing this girl here in such cold blood, that's nuts. So this lady here, she has a resistance to ice, and she knows Fire Lance, Mystic Cross, Sap Guard, Heal, and Invoke Feather. She has every spell needed for a basic mage. She has 2 offensive spells, and a spell that decreases their defense, a spell that heals the party, and a spell that revives if we need it. So yeah, this lady here is kind of great. And wouldn't you know it, guess what? We're going to be using Lorenta here for this this dungeon, because I don't see a reason. I see no reason not to use her at this point. I'm gonna get rid of the CP there, and I'm gonna get rid of everything else. Alright, she's good to go. So, yes, we are set up and good to go and ready to start our next dungeon. So, next time, we get to travel through the Tower of Lezard Valeth. So with that said, this is Skibatu. And until we do just that, goodbye to you. Laters!